Hello everyone, we are discussing practice questions of general aptitude for GATE 2025. In today's class, we will be discussing questions from the topic of geometry. So the first question is given here. Please pause the video, give this question a try, and then you can cross-check with the solution that we discuss. The vertices of a triangle are 0, 0, 4, 0 and 3, 9. The area of the circle passing through these 3 points is what? And the options are 123 pi by 7, 205 pi by 9, 14 pi by 3 and 12 pi by 5. Right? So we have been given the vertices of a triangle, and we know that a circle is passing through these 3 points, and we want to find out the area of that circle. So let's try to plot these points. So we basically are going to have a y-axis and an x-axis, and this is going to be 0, 0, and we have 4 zeros. So suppose this is the point that is my 4, 0, and we have a 3, 9, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like this, and 3 and a 9, right? So somewhere here this point will be a 3, 9. Okay, and I have a triangle. This is how the triangle will be, and we will be having the circle passing through these points, right? So something like this, right? Not exactly, but like this. So this is what we have. Now, what do we want to find out? We want to find out the area of the circle. So a circle that is passing through the vertices of a triangle is nothing but a circumcircle. And in order to find out the area of any circle, we want to basically find its radius. So I want the circumradius for this particular triangle. That's what we want. We want the circumradius, right? So what is the relation that we have? What is the relation that we have between a triangle and its circumradius? The area of a triangle. Area of triangle is given by the product of its sides divided by 4 into r, where this r is nothing but the circumradius. So this is what we have to work with. This is the knowledge that we have which we want to work with. So the area of a triangle is given by ABC divided by 4r, where A, B and C are the lengths of the sides of the triangle and r is the circumradius. So with this we can now solve this question. So let's proceed. So this is what we have. Now we want to, first step is for us to find out the length of the sides, right? So what will be, suppose first thing we want to find out is this. So let this be A, B and C suppose. So I want to find out the length AB. So we can either use the concept of coordinate geometry here because we have the vertices given to us, right? So what will be the length? Simply it is going to be 3 minus 0 square plus 9 minus 0 square, right? So we have all learnt this in our school class 11-12 math. So this is 9 plus 81 under a root, so root of 90. Okay, similarly we can find out AC is going to be nothing but root of, this is 3 minus 4 square plus 9 minus 0 square, and this is minus 1 square is a 1 and 81, so under root of 82. So this is one way by which you can find out the lengths because we have the vertices. Another way by which you can do this is you can drop the perpendicular. Which is nothing but the height, and this is nothing but 9, right? So this point is 3, 9. So this height is nothing but 9, and this length is going to be a 3. Suppose this point is D. So we have BD as 3 and AD as 9. So this is a right angle triangle. You can use Pythagoras theorem. By using Pythagoras theorem, AB is the hypotenuse. You will get 9 square plus 3 square under root, right? So same thing as here, 9 square plus 3 square, so that will be root 90. Same for here, this is going to be 1, CD is going to be 1, this is 9, so root of 9 square plus 1, again this is nothing but root of 82. So either use the concept of coordinate geometry or use the concept of Pythagoras theorem, you will be able to arrive at the length, right? So we have AB as root 90, we have AC as root 82, and this BC is nothing but 4, right? BC is equal to 4. Also, since we have the height with us, we can find out the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle is also equal to half. My entire base is 4 into height, that is 9. So now let us equate. We will be using this concept. Let us equate. So area of the triangle is half 4 into 9, and this is nothing but root of 90 into root of 82 into 4 divided by 4r. If we simplify this, we'll find out r. So let's see. 4 and 4 is going to get cancelled. This also becomes a 2. So we have r equal to root of 90 into root of 82 divided by 18. Right? So let's simplify this. 90 is nothing but 9 into 10, right? So that 9 comes out 3 root 10. And this is into your root of 2 into 41. But we have a root 2 here also. So we can write this as 3 into 2 into 5. The 10 can be written as 2 into 5. So 18. This gets cancelled. 2 and 2 is going to give me a 2 root of 205 by 6. 3. So root 205 by 3. This is what? This is equal to r. This is equal to r. Do we stop here? No, we want to find out the area of the triangle, area of the circle. So area of the circle is going to be pi into r square. So 205 by 9. So required answer is 205 pi by 9. Clear? So the solution for this question revolves around the simple concept of circumradius. How we can define the area of a triangle using the circumradius. If you know this formula, if you know this expression of area of the triangle, then you will be able to solve this question. Let's look at the next question. The length of each side of an equilateral triangle ABC is 3 centimeters. Let D be a point on BC such that the area of triangle ADC is half the area of triangle ABD. So what is the length of AD? Again, pause the video, read the question, give it a try, and then you can cross-check with the solution that we are going to be discussing. So we have an equilateral triangle ABC and we have been given the length of each side as 3 centimeters. And we have a point D on BC such that the area of triangle ADC is half the area of triangle ABD. So let's try to visualize this. We have a triangle ABC, right? This is a equilateral triangle A, B and C. And D is a point on BC, right? D is a point on BC such that the area of triangle ADC is half the area of triangle A, B and D. This is the first information that we have got. And of course it's an equilateral triangle, so I have AB equal to BC is equal to AC is equal to 3 centimeters. And I want to find out this AD, right? So first and foremost, let's work with this information that has been given if we can conclude something. So firstly, let us drop a perpendicular from A to BC. So this is a perpendicular. Suppose this point is E. Okay. So AE is also going to be the height of this triangle. A is also going to be the height of this triangle. What will be the area of triangle ADC? Area of triangle ADC. Note that the height for ABD as well as ADC is the same. Height for both the triangles is the same. So area of ADC can be written as half the base into height, which is nothing but h. As far as ABD is concerned, half the base into height. Right? And we know that this area is half of this area. Half of this area. So let's simplify this. This half and this half are going to get cancelled. H and H gets cancelled. So I have DC is equal to BD by 2. So DC is also equal to half of BD. Right? Also I know that BD plus DC, this total length is nothing but 3. And DC is half of this. So this has to be 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, right? This has to be 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So I have BD as equal to 2 and DC as equal to 1. So this is the first thing that we have concluded. So BD is equal to 2 and DC is equal to 1. Okay. Also note that this is an equilateral triangle, right? So this height is going to be nothing but the median as well. So in an equilateral triangle, the perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, median, all of these are the same. So this is one very important property of equilateral triangle that you should remember. So this AE, which is nothing but the height or the altitude, is also the median of this triangle. So median means this BE will be equal to CE, and that is going to be nothing but half of 3, that is 1.5, right? So half of 3 is 1.5. So look carefully. This part is 1.5 and this part is 1 and this part is 2. This is what we just found out. So how much will be ED? How much will be ED? If this is 1.5 and this is 1, this is 0.5. Right? And this part is 1.5. This we know is 1.5. And this we know is 1. And this we know is a 3. Right? So this is a right angle triangle A, B and E, where I know that the hypotenuse is 3, the base is 1.5 and I can find out the height. If I have the height, then again this triangle AE and D is also a right angle triangle, where AD will be my hypotenuse, the height and the base, right? So now we just have to do some calculations. Let's get in that. So let's see in triangle AB and E, in triangle ABE, we have 3 square is equal to h square plus 1.5 square using Pythagoras theorem. So h square is nothing but 3 square minus 1.5 square. What about in triangle A, E and D? Again, it's a right angle triangle and we have got AD square is equal to h square plus the base is 0.5 square. Base is 0.5 square. So h square I know is 3 square minus 1.5 square plus 0.5 square. So let us simplify this. 9 minus 2.25 plus 0.25. This is nothing but 9 minus a 2, that is 7. So I have AD square as 7. So AD will be nothing but root of 7. And this is what is my required answer. We have been asked to find the length of AD, that is root of 7. So in this question, we have been asked some very fundamental concept of equilateral triangle, that in an equilateral triangle, the median, the altitude, everything is the same, right? So using that, we are able to solve this question. If you are aware of these concepts of equilateral triangle and of course Pythagoras theorem for right angle triangle, then you will be able to solve this question. Now let us look at this question. The surface area of a closed rectangular box which is inscribed in a sphere is 846 square centimeter and the sum of the lengths of all its edges is 144 centimeter. So the volume of the sphere in cubic centimeter is what? So we want to find out the volume of the sphere and we have been given the surface area of a closed rectangular box inscribed inside a sphere. So we have a sphere, inside that there is a closed rectangular box. Closed rectangular box is nothing but a cuboid. So I have a cuboid inside a sphere, that's what we have, and the surface area of the cuboid has been given. The sum of the lengths of all the edges of the cuboid has been given, but we want to find out the volume of the sphere. Okay. So although the question mentions 3D objects, that is we have a sphere inside which we have a cuboid, but if you want to imagine the 2D structure of it, or if you want to, let's say, imagine the cross section of it, then this is how it will look like. We will have a circle inside which there is a rectangle, right? And furthermore, we have all the information about the cuboid given as such. So suppose this is what the cuboid is, right? We have the length of the cuboid given to us as, let's say, L, and the breadth is B and the height is H. Suppose this is what we are talking about, right? Length as L, breadth as B, and h as height. So what do we know? The surface area, the entire surface area is nothing but twice of LB plus BH plus LH, right? This has been given to me as 846. Also the sum of the lengths of all the edges. So how many times we have L? We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 times we have L, right? Similarly, B we will be having, or the breadth we will be having how many times? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 times. And the height 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 times, right? So the sum of all of the edges has been given to us as 144. And I want to find out the volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere means, again, I want to find out the radius of this particular sphere. Radius of the sphere is going to be nothing but, if you imagine, this is going to be the diagonal of the cuboid divided by 2. Diagonal of this cuboid divided by 2. So the radius will be coming from the diagonal divided by 2. Let me write it here. Radius of sphere is half the diagonal of this cuboid. Diagonal of the cuboid is given by root of L square plus B square plus H square. This is the diagonal of cuboid. So based on these two information, we have to somehow find out root of L square plus B square plus H square. Then we will be able to find out the radius, and from the radius we will be able to find out the volume. Right? So that's all there is. So let's try to simplify these two equations that has been given to us. So first and foremost, we can simplify this and write L plus B plus H as equal to 36, right? Then we square these two sides because I want to eventually reach at L square plus B square plus H square. So I square both of these sides and I will be having L square plus B square plus H square plus twice of LB, BH and LH. That is your A plus B plus C whole square formula is equal to 36 square. Okay. And we know this entire term is given to us as 846. So L square plus B square plus H square is equal to 36 square is nothing but 1296. So I will be having 1296 minus 846, which is nothing but 450. Okay. So the root of L square plus B square plus H square, or the diagonal as such, is nothing but root of 450. Okay. So let's find out the volume then. What do we have as the radius? What do we have as the radius? The radius is half of this diagonal. So root 450 by 2. And volume is going to be, what is the volume of a sphere? 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Right? Simplify this. 4 by 3 pi. This is nothing but 450 root of 450 divided by 8. 450 can be written as 50 into 9 or 25 into 9 into 2. Which again we can take this out of the root, right? 5 into 3 into root of 2. So this is the basic mental calculations that you have to do as far as roots are concerned. We saw this in the previous question also. Simplifying, this is 150 and 75. So I have 75 into 15 root 2 pi. And this will be 1125 root 2 pi. So the final answer is 1125 pi root 2. That is option number B. Okay, so we basically needed to know the expression for the diagonal of a cuboid in order to be able to solve this question. Is it clear? So here is the practice question for you. Find the value of x in the given figure. So we have a circle, a point P. PT is 6 cm, PA is 5 cm, and we want to find out the value of x. That is basically we want to find out AB. The options are 2.2 cm, 1.6 cm, 3 centimeters, and 2.6 centimeters. Right? So give this question a try and let us know the answer in the comment section below. If you have any doubts or queries on the questions that we discussed in today's session, let me know in the comments and I will definitely be getting back to you. The correct answer will be posted after 24 hours in the first pinned comment below this video. Geometry is one of the most important topics that is consistently asked in GATE exam in the general aptitude section. There are 2-3 things that you should keep in mind as far as geometry is concerned. The first thing is you should be well aware of the basic principles or the basic formulae of circles, of triangles, of squares, rectangles, parallelograms, trapeziums, etc. So these common figures, you should be aware of the basic properties. So the areas, the diagonal lengths, the perimeter formula, the specific properties of specific type of triangles like equilateral triangles, right angle triangles, etc. So these basic properties, basic formula you should be aware of so that you can instantly recognize the same in the question and are able to apply it. The second thing is the 3D geometry or the solid geometry. So again, we are talking about figures like cuboids and spheres and cubes. These are the things that you should know the formulas of. So surface areas and the volumes, cylinders, cones, these type of questions. And third thing is that last year specifically and before also in GATE, there have been questions that require a little bit of visualization or a little bit of imagination of the figure that has been given, how it looks like, and maybe there is a question regarding its cross section, maybe there is a question regarding its the angle between the sides, etc. So that is something also that you should be prepared with. You should be able to visualize the figure, visualize the question that has been given. Only then can you go ahead and solve it, right? So I hope you found this video helpful. We are doing a series of practice questions for general aptitude for GATE 25. We have already covered 3 topics. This is the 4th one, geometry. We will be covering one more topic soon. Thank you so much for watching. All the best.